Hi, this is Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin. I want to speak to the hundreds of thousands of retired state workers and the current state workers, but specifically to teachers. There's been a lot of talk about the teachers' pension plan. A lot of people who are in this plan who are concerned that the system is in trouble, and you should be concerned. The system is in trouble. It's failing. It is running out of money, and it will run out of money in the lifetimes of almost every one of you that's watching this video if we don't make structural changes. There's a lot of commentary about the fact that people say, hey, we have to find funding first. Let's just put more money in. That's like putting water into a bucket with a hole in the bottom of it. If the money goes in and it just leaches back out again, what good does it do, people? The bottom line is we have to fix this structurally. We have to patch the bottom of the bucket in this case before we fill it up. I'm the only governor that has fully funded this pension system. When I ran, this was a topic of conversation. It was something in my blueprint for a better Kentucky. I said repeatedly, including in every debate in every state of the Commonwealth, that we have a legal and moral obligation to pay this pension obligation to those that have earned it. This is personal to me. My grandmother, who was born in 1909, was a public school teacher. My grandfather, who I never knew, he died when my mother and her sister were young. Because he died, my grandmother's only income that she had in retirement was her public school teacher pension plan. She lived to be 94 years old. The number of people who are in their 90s now is 3 times what it was in 1980. And it's going to be 3 times this number 30 years from now. The bottom line is many of you are going to live to be in your 90s. If her checks had stopped coming, I don't know what she would have done. The reality will be the same for many of you. We've got to structurally save this system. People have kicked this can down the road and kicked this can down the road. I have tremendous respect for those of you that are teaching, despite what people would have you believe. My grandmother, as I said, my father, 2 of my 5 siblings have all been public school teachers. Multiple degrees in public education in my family. I understand the commitment that it takes to get that education and what it is to teach in the classroom. The bottom line is we've got to save this system. People are counting on us. People like you are counting on us to get this right. We can't simply keep throwing money into a bottomless hole. The previous administration never fully funded the system. And in fact, the obligation to teachers alone grew by more than $1 billion in unfunded liability for every single one of the 8 years of the governor that preceded me. Nobody was alarmed about it because nobody was talking about it. People kept kicking this down the road. The KERS non-HAS plan is about 16% funded. It's about 5 years away from running out of money. And people say, hey, we're in the teachers plan. We have 56% funding. We're not in trouble like that. Well, when the last governor was elected, the KERS non-hazardous plan had 56% funding in it. And it's now 5 years away from running out of money. Based on that same trajectory, and there's no reason to think that it won't continue in the same way, the teacher's plan is somewhere 12, 15 years away from running out of money. So if you don't expect to have died in the next 12 to 15 years and hope to be getting a pension because you're a retired teacher or you're working right now and hope to retire, you should be very concerned. It's our obligation to save the pension system. I'm asking you, please, reach out to your legislators and say, don't allow this to fail on our watch. Don't kick this down the road one more year. It's unacceptable. We do need to fully fund it, but we also have to make sure that we're not throwing money into a bottomless pit. Structural change must happen. It's not easy. It's not fun. 1,000 reasons why we got here, but this is the reality. We're going to save this system, and we're going to honor the obligation to you because it's what you elected us to do, and we are Kentucky.